After their fairy tale success at the end of the 2025 season, Konnersport winning both championships, you would think going into 2026 they have a chance to establish themselves as one of the big teams in the sport. But behind the scenes, things are ugly, and that means for the team, that kind of prediction is anything but. After the death of Davidoff Butler during the 2025 season, Devon Butler, who didn't really want to take over the business, has decided he would rather focus on the business than fund the team. So he has pulled out Butler Global from Konnersport, and that means they are left with basically nothing. They have lost their factory, they have lost their star drivers, they have no development going into the 2026 season, and this means for 2026 they quite literally have nothing. With two F2 drivers and an Audi engine going into 2026, you would imagine they'd probably be near the back, but this is Konnersport, reigning champions, anything is possible. Hello everybody and welcome to F1 26 My Team Career Mode for Part 1 to start the 2026 season with the new cars as Konnersport, who have lost absolutely everything. As I just said in the intro, we have no facilities, we have no upgrades, we are the worst team on the grid, practically a new team on the grid, and if you have a look at the R&D table, we're going to be at the bottom of that as well. Oh no, we're not actually. We're ahead of Cadillac and Aston Martin. We won't stay there, I doubt it, but with a Audi engine powering us along, it's not the worst engine we could have the Honda engine, but without further ado, let's jump straight into some on-track action. Here we are then in qualifying in queue number 1 with one of the worst cars on the grid, so to be honest, I'm not expecting to get anywhere or to get out of Q1, I just don't want to be the worst team on the grid. Konnersport have been ripped of everything that they've had, and now they are relying on two F2 drivers, with them being Luke Browning and the guy we're driving as today, Fornaroli, as our two drivers in this team. The livery is pretty much the same as the actual Konnersport livery, is yellow and purple. I've kept them colours up as we now go through the first sector. It's a green, only 2/10 off Charles Leclerc. That is a very good start then to a Q1 lap as we go down now the middle sector. Yeah, so I just don't want to be the last team, to be honest, at the end of the day, as we're coming up now to the middle sector split. Where are we going to be? We're going to be 2/10 quicker than Nico Hülkenberg in the Audi. That is a good sign of possibly we might even be able to get ourselves out of Q1 here, but we've got the last sector to focus on, and the AI are mighty through here. I don't really know how or why. I can only assume it's they use a lot of battery, a lot more than I'm using. I kind of go for a more balanced across all three sectors. They seem to very much put it all in the last sector. As we come through the final corner, we will have 50% to boost on up to the line. Here we are, straight line, going through the gears, then up to the line. What's the lap time going to be? It's going to be a 20.1. That puts us ahead of Ocko and Lindblad, and that puts us 7th for now, but we are behind a Cadillac. I'm not quite sure in the long run where that's going to end us. So we are ahead of 4 drivers already at this point. There's some lap times, more lap times coming. We're ahead of both Haas's, Lindblad and Nico Hülkenberg. Browning's on a lap, and to be fair, I think he's quite close to matching our sectors. Oh, that's a big snap there, coming out of the corner as he goes through the final sector now, up into the final 2 corners. He definitely has a lot more battery than I have, which means the AI are doing something which I'm not, with battery saving and battery management. As he comes through the final corner, up the gears, up to the line. What's his lap time going to be? It's a 19.7, and that is way quicker than me. So Luke Browning is ahead of myself. He is up into PC. He's 4/10 quicker than me. And yes, look at that. All 4/10 pretty much coming in the last sector. We are still safe though from Q1, although it is only about 2/10 in it, so we are definitely going to have to do another run right at the end of the session. I hope for an improvement. If we don't find an improvement, then we are going to be out of Q number 1. So yeah, maybe about 3-4 maybe of improvement we need to find, and then we can probably should be able to safely get ourselves out. Here we are then, 4 tenths up as we come into the final sector. People are going over the line though. The times will start to tumble. The times will start to improve. We've really not caught that curve very well, and we've lost basically a tenth doing so now. Through the final sector, we are into the Q1 drop zone. We need an improvement here now. We are P20. Jesus, that has dropped off quite significantly through the final corner. We are still 3 tenths up. I think that might be enough, you know, to get ourselves through. Oh, now it's 2 tenths. I don't think that is enough as we go over the line. It's P19, and we are out of Q number 1 in our first race here. With Konnersport, with Fornaroli. I think Luke Browning still might have made it. He has. He's P14. That is ridiculous, and that is also not particularly fair. 2 tenths quicker than us, but it's so close. 4 people there with a 19.7 and 19.8 Stroll as he gets himself out of Q number 1. I don't know where Sergio Perez is in the Cadillac. He is P8 with a 19.5. Yeah, Sergio Perez all the way down to the drop zone. There's only 4 tenths in it, so ultra close as we go into the race, and hopefully we can have some good battles.
Who'll start from P2? Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Piastri, George Russell and Antonelli, Verstappen, Sainz, Albon and Isaac Hadjar, Gasly, Lawson, Franco Colapinto and Perez, Alonso, Stroll, Luke Browning and Arvid Lindblad, Fornaroli, Bortoletto, Ocon, Behrman, Hulkenberg and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid.
So you are telling me that Luke Browning got himself into Q1 and did a lap which was worse than the one I did in Q1. Unbelievable. Anyway, here we go then. I think most people are probably going to try and do a 1-stop in this race. I'm going the other way. I'm doing a 2-stop. I think the tyre wear, especially with our Carino tyre upgrades, I think it is quite frankly too high. Maybe it won't work. Maybe we'll end up way near the back, but we are starting on the hards, going medium, so towards the end we should be one of the fastest on the track, I'd like to think, or at least one of the fastest of the people around us, with the Astons, the RBs, the Cadillacs, those kind of people. The Aston Martins already doing way better than they do in real life, don't they? But without further ado, it's time to go racing. So in terms of tyre strategies then for this one, most teams have gone for a split of mediums and hards. Everyone behind me are on the hards. Browning is on the hards. I think most people between him and kind of the top 10 are all on mediums, and then from then on the Ferraris and the Red Bulls I think then are the only other teams on hards. But there is one person using the soft tyre, and that is Franco Colapinto, all on his own, starting on the softs as we come around the final corner now, as we get ready to line up onto the grid. We've got Lindblad, he's on mediums. He's going to be trying to make loads of positions at the start, everyone behind on hards, but I think most people behind us are on hards, but they're probably going to do or go for the 1-stop. So, you know, they're going for the long run. We've got to overtake all these people, possibly twice in this Grand Prix. But nevertheless, the 5 lights are up and away we go. And they went out quite quickly. It's not been a brilliant start. It's been an absolutely charging start for Bortoletto there. And Behrman and Ocon have gone around us as we go towards turn 1. Keep our nose clean. Be close, be tidy as we go into turn 1. It's not been a great start. Lindblad's not had a good start either. We're about to lose possibly another position here to Valtteri Bottas as he's on our outside. Behrman covering the inside from us, and I've gone straight into the back of him, and we have front wing damage, and we haven't even completed a sector. And Hulkenberg now having a little look at us as well on the inside. We're going to hang it round the outside. The front wing damage definitely not showing its hand there yet, but maybe as the race goes on we might start to struggle with it. But P23 has been an awful start for us in this Grand Prix, and now we need to focus up and try and start making some moves, which we're already immediately doing here with Valtteri Bottas. He's recharging already. We're going to go boost, go look for the outside as we go screaming around the outside then towards the faster 10-11 chicane. I've gone straight into the back of Behrman again, and now we've got even more front wing damage, and Mark is trying to shout instructions at me, but we've just got to. Luke Browning's been absolutely shat on as he's already down to P19, and we're wide. We are wide and we are losing. Well, we don't have a lot of front downforce. Here we go, Behrman and Ocon, the two Haas teammates, having a little bit of a fight here as we go into turn number 4. Behrman on the inside, Ocon trying to hang it around the outside, and Ocon has defended that brilliantly there as we come through now, getting ready to go onto the long straight as we go through. The front wing damage definitely there, definitely affecting us. Mark is shouting instructions at me for how to manage the battery as we go on here. Behrman's going to want to have another look then as we go down towards turn 10 and 11. But Ocon has absolutely no defence for that. And we have absolutely no defence for the charging Valtteri Bottas around our outside there as Bottas moves up into P22 and we lose a position. Through we go now. The downforce is not there with the lack of front wing, and Bottas is, well, he's actually been able to have boost twice. I'm not sure how he's done that. Behrman and Ocon still having a go at it as Behrman on the inside, and Behrman has been able to hold that perfectly. Up ahead, Behrman is on an absolutely charge here as he's having a look at Browning around the outside of the final corner. That is a move you don't see often, and I think he might have just done it as well. Behrman up into P number 20. Oh, and Ocon's got Browning as well. Browning is coming straight into us. I think there was contact there between Browning and Ocon. Valtteri Bottas gets checked up, and maybe we have a chance here to take P22 as we go around the outside of Bottas into turn number 3. Yes, we've got him, and now we've got to try and get past our teammate Browning, but this front wing is definitely holding us back a little. I might even look at an even earlier stop for the mediums because the damage is well, quite significant. Here we are though, lining up Browning. He must not be using much battery here as we come through down to turn 10. He's recharging. We're looking for the outside here at the turn 10-11 chicane. Round the outside as we go onto the brakes. Valtteri Bottas, I think, tried to get involved there as well. Round the outside, onto the inside, and we've got it, but I don't think we're going to be able to keep it. And there goes Browning straight back past us. Bottas might try and have a little look as well as we go into the final sector. Brilliant move there by Browning to come straight back at me. I was trying to recharge the battery, and well, he definitely used the most of that. That's a lot of understeer there as we go into the final 2 corners. I think Behrman's trying to make more moves on Aston Martin up ahead as well, but he's kind of too far away now for me to properly get a good look at it. Browning having a look at Ocon into turn 1. It's going to check him up. Maybe we can have a little look. We're a bit wide, and then understeer as well with the front wing, and we're not going to be close enough to get anywhere near in there as we go into turn number 3. Recharge the battery with some lift and coast, and Behrman is trying to have a look at Stroll, I think that is. It's a bit of a queue forming up here, which goes all the way to the Audi of Butler, I think that must be. Here we are having another look at Luke Browning here. We're going to go for the outside, and this time I'm not going to try and charge the battery, and that's Ocon. Ocon going past Stroll, which means Behrman's got past Stroll at some point as well. Through we go. Oh, and we're very wide there, and Luke Browning's going to have another look at us surely as he rocks up the inside, and that is another position lost. We just can't make it move stick on Luke Browning here, and it's all because of the front wing, and we are just held up here, and there's nothing we can do. Here we go, Ocon and Stroll side by side. Luke Browning's been able to catch him up, and he's having a little look. He's seeing if he can try and force a move. Ocon gets Stroll then as we go into the final 2 corners as we go on to lap number 7. It's been chaotic here at the start of this Australian Grand Prix, and I am heavily thinking about maybe making a pit stop now because this lack of downforce, sorry, is really starting to cost me quite a bit. I just can't stick with them through the final sector, and that really cost me big here, but Ocon's checked everyone up, and even though we're a little cheeky there with the corner cut on the inside of turn 1, we get Luke Browning, and Ocon now having a little look at Stroll. He just doesn't have the battery to go for that move. We're up into P21, still trying to make a recovery from our P19 start, which is, to be fair, right in front of us, but Ocon and Stroll properly going at it this entire race, and we'll see now, will Ocon be close enough to make a move through here? I imagine he probably would be. As we come through here now, Ocon is surely going to want to make a move here on Lance Stroll. He's going for the inside. Lance Stroll's not even fighting it. Lance Stroll is recharging. Ocon up into P19, Luke Browning, he's not close enough to make a move on myself. Look at how much Lance Stroll is holding Esteban Ocon up, and look how much little downforce we have now from our slightly broken front wing. And Ocon is absolutely going for that move there on Lance Stroll towards turn 1. Oh, well, it's such a late turn in as well. A little bit of lack of traction, but it's all alright. Maybe we might have a look at Lance Stroll here as we go down towards turn 3. We're looking at the outside on the brakes around the outside of turn 3. Brake a bit deep, but we have that move sorted. Next up, possibly looking at Esteban Ocon, but to be honest, I think I might make an early pit stop here and box at the end of this lap. Look at that lack of downforce. It's unbelievable. Here we are though, we're going to use a battery dump here on Esteban Ocon to go around his outside, and we are up into P18 now before we go and make our pit stop wide yet again through the 11 corner, but it's alright. We're boxing at the end of this lap, we're going to have a new front wing, and hopefully that means we'll have quite a bit more turning. Behrman, by the way, on an absolute charge, he's up into P16 now. Oh, look at how slow it is through there, and Ocon's going to have a look. I need to kind of have him not on my outside because we are boxing. In we go then, changing the front wing, changing onto mediums. In a way, the two-stop kind of helps us greatly. Into the box, no speeding, and it's time for our first pit stop as Konnersport in 2026. Colapinto is behind us, which, oh yeah, he was on soft, so he must have made his pit stop. On goes the new front wing, a 7-second stop. It's going to be costly, but with everyone making a one stop, hopefully we should be able to earn it back a little bit. And Lance Stroll has pit the lap after us, and we're just about to jump him out the pits. Even though we had our front wing change, we have jumped Lance Stroll out of the pit lane, and we are up into P23 ahead of him on merit. I'm not sure how that's happened, considering we had such a slow stop for front wing damage, but we have somehow been able to jump him, and that is us up into P23, and in theory that means we're going to jump everyone else. So we are around P16, something like that. P17? I can't remember where we were before. I think 18th or something. And a playable Sector 1 to boot as well. We are absolutely flying right now on our new medium tyres. We have just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and at the same time we have jumped Esteban Ocon as well out of the pit lane. This strategy somehow has worked unbelievably well, but it also means a lot of people are on two stops, so we've undercut everyone. We're on softer tyres because they've all gone onto the hards. Two sets of hards in a race is just, well, to be honest, it doesn't really make much sense to me, but there we go. We'll leave the AI to do whatever they want to do. We've jumped Ocon. We're jumping a lot of people here with our strategy, which means we could generally be looking up here into getting the next group of cars that are in front of us, so around 15th, 14th, that kind of gap. I mean, we've got Alonso 1.6 seconds in front of us, and that is someone we might try and look at to chase after now. Oh, and Alonso's had a big slide coming out of there, and we've just got overtake mode as well, which means we have more power, and we can also recharge the battery a lot better as well, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. Another fastest lap for us there in the Grand Prix. We are absolutely flying. You've got to bear in mind, though, none of the leaders have come into the box yet. They are still out there. Oh, and we have a yellow flag in front of us, and I think it is Luke Browning here. I'm not sure what he's done. I think he must have had a spin, and he comes onto the track right into our path there as we try and go around him, and he's cost us a lot of time there to Fernando Alonso. He must have had a spin of some sort. Colapinto is going so slowly right now. Alonso nearly just went straight into the back of him here, and it is a chance for both of us maybe to try and get him. Alonso, you would have thought, would be a bit more aggressive with the power, but it looks like he's actually harvesting here as we come through to the turn 10. I'm just going to copy him. I'm going to harvest. I'm going to lift off now, and I'll try and make a move, maybe a double overtake through here. It's not been a great run through there, but boost on. Let's see if we can get him. Alonso's certainly going to try and go and get him, and I'm going to go for the inside here, down the inside. Got to be careful not to run into the back of Alonso, and there we go. We are up into P15. We've got Alonso right up ahead of us, who we are quicker than, so we might be able to get him as well. But he's also, I think, going to have the overtake possibly off Kimi Antonelli. It looks like some people now are going quite slowly on old tyres. There's an Audi in front of Kimi Antonelli. That could be actually Nico Hülkenberg, in which case he's done a brilliant job to make the hards go the distance, but it also means, I think, if he's on a one stop, he should be coming in at the end of this lap. And I was indeed right, that was Nico Hülkenberg, but this is now the time to strike on Fernando Alonso. We're in hot lap, we're not properly pushing yet, but we do have the overspeed on him. As we have a look, we're going to have to go for the outside here at turn 10 and 11 around the outside of Fernando Alonso. He backs out quite early actually, didn't try to fight it at all, and Nico Hulkenberg in the meanwhile has been able to get back past Kimi Antonelli, and now Kimi Antonelli having a look around the outside as they go into the final sector. It's close between the two of them there. We've had a massive back end snap, and Hulkenberg's still fighting it, even though he's boxing at the end of this lap. He's fighting it like his life depends on it, but now he'll come in. His tyres must be absolutely finished by now. In he goes, as predicted, up into P13 then for ourselves, and we've got Kimi Antonelli to try and pull ourselves away from Fernando Alonso as well, as we're closing on our own pit stop actually, lap 20, but I probably will go one earlier. Alonso used a bit of boost there to try and get close, and also Fornaroli into the pit lane. Not that it matters. George Russell is out of the race as we're about to come up to him here. I think he's retired here at turn 4, so it's been an awful day for Mercedes because they've got someone down in P12 here with Antonelli, and George Russell is out of the race. I mean, fuck it, using Antonelli to try and pull us along. We're going to go for a move here possibly on Kimi Antonelli. No, he's started using some boost as he's started to realise we're there and panic a little bit, and he's using a lot of boost as well, but now he's harvesting. And I mean, Alonso's stuck with us as well, which is kind of not what I wanted. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to drop him by just following Antonelli, but he's not going quick enough, is Kimi. Although at 8 tenths now, we might just get away with it. We might be able to get it after all, but we're going to have to nail this last sector. The rears are starting to go a little bit on the car, on the tyres. It's starting to become, well, traction's getting a bit difficult. Oh, we're so close to Kimi Antonelli this time. Unless he uses boost, we should just be able to scream past, but we've run out of juice a little bit there, and we're just going to have to sit behind him as we go towards the fast 10-11 chicane, and we're sitting right behind him. Get a good run through the second bit, which we have. Now up into straight line mode, and he's using boost again. He's defending brilliantly from ourselves, and we just can't quite get enough, and we don't really have the battery to be making that move to properly try and push through. But we've done about 10 laps on these mediums now, and I think it's time we call it quits on these mediums. We come into the pit lane then. I haven't called it, but they're at the end of the pit lane. They should have enough time, right? Surely. As we come in, slow the car down, don't speed, in we go. Second pit stop of the race. I'm not sure where we're going to come out, probably quite far near the back, but we're going to have faster tyres. And now it's just going to be about overtaking as many people as we can before the end of this race. Here we are, we've come out in P21 and Gasly's come out in P18. He's held Bortoletto up, so we're going to scream it round the outside, and now we're going to push on up into P19 now with Gasly sitting right there in front of us on a new set of hard tyres. Why you do that with on lap 20 with 9 laps to go, I don't know, but Alpine have made a lot of weird decisions in this race. The only one starting on softs was Colapinto, and they've split the strategies, and I can't really understand why, but we've maybe got a chance here to make a move on Pierre Gasly. We might not have enough juice, but let's see. Straight line mode activated as we go down. We've also got Behrman coming up, and yeah, he's absolutely gone. He's absolutely gone. He's going for Behrman, and he's absolutely going to get Behrman. Oh no, he's not. I thought he was going to go all the way around the outside, but in the end not. Oh, that was a big whiff of oversteer for us through there. And Gasly's still going to have a little look as we're recharging the battery behind, and so is Gasly. So right now, line astern behind the Behrman on the old mediums, although I think he's on a one stop, or he's about to hit. I can't remember which. I can't say. I've been tracking everyone's race, but we'll find out, won't we, when he's coming through. I think he might be on the one stop if he stayed out. Through we go then. Gasly will want to have him. I will want to have him as well. Gasly, it will be first though. A lot of people have boxed as well, so we're up into P15 now. There is a chance, maybe, depending on who's left to pit, that we might snag a point here. Gasly's taking a really long time here to try and get past Behrman. He's only just been able to do it, and he's kind of holding everyone up. He's backing me up into Bortoletto a little bit, but now it's my turn to try and get past Ollie Behrman. As we come into here, I know they lift a lot into there. He broke actually a little bit as well, and it can cause oxygens. Obviously we've already gone into the back of Behrman twice in this race on lap 1, but around the outside we go. He's using boost. I'm going to have to combat that with boost of my own. I'm going to get boxed in by Gasly. I'm going to have to try and force my way out, and Behrman coming all the way around the outside gets boxed in by Gasly, and I can move myself up into P14. Can I maybe get 13 as well off Pierre Gasly? No, because he's using boost and he's just going to pull away from me. Here we go, we've got a great chance here to try and get Gasly for P number 12, and we're closing on Albon as well, and he's fighting the two RBs, and that will be for 10th and 9th, so there is an outside chance. It's a second a lap, but there is an outside chance we could get some points here. I'm going to use boost because Gasly is fighting that hard around the outside, and we move ourselves up into P number 12. We need to get a move on here. We really do need to try and get a move on. It's Albon and Lindblad and Lawson as well. They're all scrapping. I think they're all going to the end now. I'd be surprised if any of the AI pit with this little laps left in the race. So it's time to get a move on. It's time to go for that P10. Get some points in our first race back at Konnersport after winning the title. They are reigning champions of the sport, and we need to be showing it. Oh, and here comes Gasly. He's not going to let that slip as we go into turn number 1. I'm kind of run out of battery yet again on the inside, the switchback, and now he's just going to go straight back past me. We don't have the battery. He's got the overtake mode, and he's going to break a second, and that could be our race done. Here we are then, lap 26, just about to go into lap 27. We had fallen out of the second window of Gasly, but Lindblad's kind of backed him up and brought us back into it here. His tyres absolutely shot. He was losing about 1.5 seconds per lap to the pair of us. And now Gasly is absolutely going to try and go for that move into turn 1. No, he's not. He's going to sit deep. We clip the grass. That could have nearly been very ugly. Gasly into turn 3. Is he close enough to have a look at Lindblad? I think he is. He's having a look at the outside, and down the outside he goes. Lindblad's going to try and fight it as hard as he can, but at the end of the day, he does not have the tyres to be doing that kind of thing. And Gasly up into P number 11. Lawson is ahead, but his tyres are in a lot better shape, and we're definitely not catching him before the end of the race either. But now it's our turn to try and get past Arvin Lindblad as we go through the straight now, and we've all got straight line mode. He won't have a lot of battery. I'm going to use some boost and go around his outside, and there we go. We might even get Gasly as well going into turn 10, deep on the brakes. It's an absolute send and a half, but it's worked, and we're up into P number 11. 4 seconds to Lawson. We're not going to get that in the 2 laps which are remaining in this Grand Prix. Using some non, Gasly gets back past. Lindblad has a little look, but he's never going to be close enough. And now it's whether we can get P11 for bragging rights, I suppose. Look how close we are to Gasly here on lap number 28. This is for P11. Doesn't mean much now in the grand scheme of things because I think Lawson is just a little too far ahead, but still, bragging rights. Here we go then, up to turn 10. Neck and neck here. We're going to use some boost to try and get a little bit of a head start around the outside, and that is a unbelievable corner cut, but anyway, we'll ignore that and we'll focus on the fact we got P number 11 and actually maybe we could get Lawson right on the line, but whether it be enough to actually think of a move, I would say probably not. Oh, that's a big hit to the wall there, and Gasly's going to be able to make an unbelievable run at us. We're going to defend it. We're going to make him force him as far inside as we can. But in the end, it's not going to be enough. That was an unbelievable snap. We just have so much understeer coming through that final corner, and then I've tried to get the power. I've tried to be too greedy, and we've hit the wall. There's still a chance to possibly get Gasly, but the tyres, they are definitely in a quite worse shape compared to his. They've definitely been for a lot in this race. Maybe going down the straight into turn 10, 11 we might be able to get him, but I'm not too sure. Let's see though as we come up now with the DRS, not the DRS, the ERS, the straight line mode. Oh, he's using boost, and I think that might be a lot. I don't think we're going to get him. Lando Norris in the McLaren wins the Grand Prix. And I think it's a Ferrari in second, it's a McLaren in third, then Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull. I'm not sure in what order. We'll find out once I've crossed the finish line, but I think we're going to have to settle for P number 12 here. We were quite close to points in our first race, about 3 seconds, but in the end, the car's just not good enough for it. I mean, it was so bad through the final corner there, but as you cross the line, it's P number 12. You can't be mad at it, to be fair. You cannot be mad. It was a great, very entertaining race, I think, from our side. Sure, the front wing damage probably cost us quite a bit, but driver of the day, without the front wing damage, we would have probably got up into the points, so it's unfortunate.
From lights out to the checkered flag, each and every driver has this moment in the back of their mind. Now it's time for their celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. He raises the trophy over his head. Lando Norris, head and shoulders above the rest today.
So there we go then. Lando Norris wins the race from Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri, making your top three. Verstappen, Hamilton, Hadjar, Sainz, Antonelli, and the Merc that's supposed to be unbelievably good in P8. Alex Albon and Liam Lawson rounds out your top 10. We were not too far away from that, and in the end, that spin from Luke Browning cost him so much. He was on a one-stop, and in the end, he finishes last of the runners, nearly got lapped if he's 1 minute and 12 seconds behind, and he ended up 30 seconds behind us. I mean, at one point, I honestly thought he was going to beat us. He was so good in qualifying, and then at the start of the race as well, he was really good as well. Alpine's start on softs didn't really work for Franco Colapinto. Ocon had an unbelievable race, and so did Behrman in the first stint, but I think he kind of fell away. Sergio Perez went really backwards. Valtteri Bottas went really forward as well, and so did both Audis. So in the end, a very good race. I do think it means we're not last because we finished, well, one of the best of the non-point finishers, and that is true. We are P8 ahead of 4 teams. Who could imagine that? Konnersport, reigning champions, should probably be in McLaren's position, but 8th is a good start, and then, yeah, well, the driver standings is just going to be how everyone finished. So that is it then for the first race of the season. I thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.